listening to New Roads, New Rules, the podcast where women come together to navigate life's big transitions with honesty, humor, and a whole lot of heart. Here are your hosts, Sandy and Terry. Real women, real talk, and ready to ride.
But you're my bestie for life. Yeah, you're the family I choose. Yeah, the BFFs till the end. We can get through this together.
Hey everyone, welcome back to New Roads, New Rules. Hi, Terry.
Hey there, Sandy. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I wish it get a little warmer. Mother Nature's being bitchy.
I know. Spring springs, and then it goes back to being cold.
Yes,
It's in the Chicago bipolar universe.
Yes, but I'm ready for the bipolarness to be done with. But anywho, Let's talk about today's episode. It's going to be a little spooky. We're going to talk. We're going to a place most of us visit in our heads at 2 a.m., but we rarely talk about out loud.
Right. We're taking a trip.
Yes.
A trip to the Someday Graveyard.
Exactly. You know the place, guys. It's where all those dreams and projects we swore we'd get to someday go to gather dust. The French lessons, maybe. The marathon training, never for me. The sourdough starter that died in 2021.
Right. It sounds funny, right? But honestly, carrying around those unfulfilled some days start to feel like heavy baggage, you know? Today, we're opening the suitcases, seeing what's inside, and deciding what to bury for good so we can actually move forward.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh my God, I have so many examples. Well, I have to pick one.
Yeah, you got to pick one. So let's start with you then. What is the headstone in your backyard that you walk past every day and feel a little twinge of guilt about?
Okay, so I wouldn't say guilt, but you know how in one of our episodes, somebody had said, like, you regret the chances you don't take, right? And so ever since I was, in high school, I got over being shy. We talked about this.
Yes.
I was super, super shy growing up. And then for some reason, I came out of my shell in high school. I started taking, I did. I started taking an acting class downtown every Saturday. And I think that helped me. I was super interested in performing, right? And I think that helped me because I was super shy. And then I realized if I can get up and say my lines in front of this class, I can do it in front of a bigger audience and a bigger audience. But I never, ever, I auditioned for one movie and I almost threw up. So it was just, it's not for me. I don't like the rejection. I don't like the pressure. I don't like anything having to do with it. So at least I did it, though. I did one audition. I went with our friend Kim. And we did that in our young 20s. However, one of the things that was always on my list for years is reality TV. So, so I always wanted to do reality. I wanted to go on Real World. I was gonna, I did an audition tape at one point. I never did it. No. There was always something that got in the way, right? And so, however, what were you going to say?
I think we should apply you to the Golden Bachelorette.
No, hell no. First of all, I would never do a dating show. I would never do it.
It's reality.
No. I don't even really want to date. You think I want to date on TV? No.
I mean, come on.
And also the Golden Bachelorette has to be somebody like, fame or having, somebody that people will want to be with.
Oh, come on. Now stop. That's not very, new road, new rule-ish.
I know. I'm just saying. Anyway, okay. But I digress. So then I was like, Survivor came out in the 2000s. So I'm more of a competition. I'm like super competitive. I don't know if you know this about me. But I am super competitive, and when we play games, when we have trivia, when we do anything, I'm just super competitive. So,
Yes.
I did when Survivor came out, I was super addicted to it. However, I would never be able to do Survivor because I am scared of spiders. Like scared. You know, you see pictures of their legs all bitten up, and I'm sure they're not all spiders, but there are spiders.
Right.
You know, they're laying on the beach, whatever. Anyway, so I always said I was going to do Big Brother, but I never did. So that's my someday. That was always my someday dream. And honestly, I don't know that it's there anymore.
Right. Do you actually want to do it anymore? Or do you feel like you should want to do it?
Not really. I think I feel like, okay, so I feel like, why didn't I ever? And then I'm like, oh, I'm so mad at myself that I never even tried.
Right,
you know?
right.
Same with the movie thing, right?
Right.
So like I knew I wanted to be an actress so bad. And then I try out for this movie and I was like, nope.
No, I'm done.
Nope, that is not. But at least I tried, right?
Right.
So I had headshots and everything. It's so funny.
Oh, gosh.
But now I'm like in my 50s and I'm like, what? I don't need that kind of attention in my life. I don't know why. I think it was just the the competitiveness. That
right. Would you do like a local theater?
Maybe. Yeah, I would do local
Maybe
theater.
you can morph the dream into something else.
Maybe. You know, I just have to tap into my creativity side. So like, I have other dreams now that are tapping into my creative side
They're
a little
coming
bit.
in through?
They are. Also that I haven't finished, but I have started some of them.
Good.
So one was a children's book line that I've been talking about for 10 years.
Yes, you have been.
But I have started it. And so I think it just got replaced with something else creative, right?
Oh, you're right.
So I've always had the artistic side of my brain kind of in the forefront.
Right.
Like, even when I was younger, I used to write poetry, and then I sang a little bit, and then I acted a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I took dance classes, but I sucked, and which is so funny because my daughter is like the best dancer choreographer. That was her creative.
That was
outlet,
hers.
right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
something that I knew nothing. I wanted her to play softball because that's what.
Well, I mean, I'm not a softball fan, so I'm glad she got into dance. So
I know. I mean, it was a lot more fun to watch, but I only knew, that was the sport I grew up with.
Right,
so that was
right.
the only thing I knew. So for her to be a dancer and then like, oh, what do I have to do with her hair? Like,
Right.
how do I do that? I just wasn't well versed. I had to learn from the other dance moms, actually. I know I'm going way on a tangent.
see, you guys could have done the Dance Moms reality show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Although I was never that one that was like going to talk about somebody else's kid because I thought my kid was better. I just wanted her to be happy. I didn't care if she got like the front of the group or she was in the soul. I didn't care about that. I just wanted her to be happy
and enjoy it. Right,
but,
right.
Yeah. So I think what my point of the someday dream is I said that for years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go on a reality TV show. And then they kept giving more and more and more reality TV shows. But now looking back, do I really want that? No.
How about The Traitors?
Okay, well, I mean, I do love The Traitors.
They are doing auditions for regular people to do The Traitors.
Stop.
Yeah, that's the next one coming out is going to be regular people.
I have a job, so I don't know that I can. I mean, I am a single person with a job, so how do you even
You've got
go on
vacation
a show?
time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're there that long, honestly.
I wonder how long filming is.
I really don't think they're there that long.
Stop.
All right, well,
Now
this is what we're going to look into now. Maybe I'll do it with you. We can cohort. I love that. Oh, I would do that.
Secret friends.
Secret friends.
Okay.
Yes. Or what if we were both tapped on the shoulder as traitors?
Oh, my gosh.
We get to murder people.
But wait a minute. But what if one of us was and one of us wasn't? I would have a hard time lying to you. So I don't know. But anyway, so I think... I don't necessarily feel like I failed or I'm too disappointed about not doing my someday dream, but I also feel like there's so many examples of that throughout your life, and your mind changes.
Right.
And
yes, absolutely.
You have to decide, is this something that I will regret if I don't do it?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
What about you, though?
Oh, well, this was harder for me than I thought it would be because since my divorce, I have actually been on a mission to do all the things I couldn't do while I was married because my ex was a pain in the ass and never wanted to do anything. Anytime I'm like, oh, let's try this. No. Let's do this. No. Let's do that. No. So we didn't do I couldn't do anything. So since the divorce, I've been saying yes to a lot of stuff, just to kind of prove to myself that I can do stuff, right? Or, It's whatever. But there is one thing that I have secretly always wanted to do. There's a couple issues though. The first issue is I am terrified of heights. So I do not like to be in open spaces that are high, right?
Okay.
But the thing I've always kind of wanted to do that's been like the ghost that's following me is zip lining.
Oh, fun.
And I wouldn't do it before because I was heavier and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to break that wire. That wire is breaking.
That's not true. Yeah.
But I have lost weight and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not as heavy anymore,
Okay.
But I am still terrified of heights, right? So knees knocking, heart pounding out of my chest, sweaty palms, really nervous about heights. I don't even go near the edge of a balcony 3 floors up. I am terrified of heights.
Yeah, I see.
But for years, there's been this kind of someday version in my head where I'm fearless, soaring through the treetops, maybe maybe thinking I'm a badass doing it. But lately, I'm like, do I really want to do that? Or am I just trying to make up for lost time? Because part of me just kind of wants to stay 2 feet on the ground and maybe take voice lessons because I've always sang in choirs and sang and whatever and around the house and whatnot. But I kind of want to take a voice lesson because I kind of like to sing a lot and I'm not that bad. And just,
You're not. But let me ask you this, though. Going back to the zip lining for 1 second.
Or first of all, let me mark, I should not bring this up around a person who has jumped out of a plane and jumped off a bridge with the one little bungee cord stuck to her. Because that is never happening.
I haven't jumped out of a plane yet.
Yes.
I've done bungee a few times, and then I've done ziplining too, which was so much fun. I just did that a couple of years ago when I went to Costa Rica.
Hi, Roadies. Terry here. Let's talk. If you've been listening, you know I've been on a weight loss journey for about 1.5 years now, and I've kept the weight off. But I'm not going to lie, the sweet cravings, they are real and they don't care how committed you are. That's why I'm obsessed with Deutsch snacking dough. It is literally cookie dough that I eat with a spoon, right out of the jar, no baking, no waiting, just me and a spoon and my snack craving is handled. And here's the part that makes me feel really good about it. It's got 3 times the protein, 50% less sugar, and 20% fewer carbs than regular cookie dough. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-based, made with real ingredients like chia seeds, flax seeds, and pea protein. And it actually tastes good. Can you bake it into cookies? Absolutely. But I am just a spoon out of the jar kind of girl, and I am not apologizing for it. A spoonful or 2, and I am genuinely satisfied. So head over to deutschfoods.com, that's DOICHFOODS.com, and use our code NRNR20 for 20% off your order. Your sweet tooth will thank you, and so will your macros.
I feel like if you have a buddy, maybe that
we
you would
buddy
feel
up
better about it. Yeah, would you feel better if you went with somebody else
tandem
that has done it before? No, not tandem.
Tandem, next to each other. You know how they have send 2 people at the same time.
Oh, right.
That's what I mean by tandem. No, I don't want anybody strapped to me because I'm already too heavy for the damn wire, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I can't be strapped. No, you're not. By the way, you're not. But I can't be strapped to anybody either.
No.
I think tandem is good for jumping out of a plane.
That's never happening.
Because I need another person to make sure they're pulling the cord in case I black out or something.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, it's still kind of in my head, like whether it's there or, I've seen the cruise ships. I don't mind cruise ships. And I'm like, oh, Royal Caribbean has one that goes across their deck. Maybe
that
like,
could be fun too.
That's at least a baby step towards it, right?
Right. It's step one.
It's
you
step
could do
one.
Step one.
I could do, but, there are places like even when I've gone to Tennessee and like Gatlinburg and all that, they have it. And I'm just like, oh, maybe.
They have it in Vegas over the downtown.
That's
Vegas
really
area.
high though. Isn't it off one of the skyscrapers?
No, I was talking about the downtown area, which is just above. It's just above the street.
Oh, okay.
Fremont Street.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Vegas.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Never been.
Okay, we're going. We're going to go there. But would you regret it if you don't do it? I guess is the question, right?
I mean, not that I don't know that I would regret it. I mean, always like, I wonder, I don't know. Maybe I would. I don't know. See, I'm so on the fence about this because I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to say I did it because I have been on a mission, like to do things that I didn't do before because I felt, too contained and too controlled and all of that.
For sure.
Somebody has said to me, you got to do things that scare you because that's the only way you grow. So that's always in the back of my head, and whatever. So
yes. Okay, so voice lessons first. And then we go to Vegas and we'll do the baby step on Fremont Street.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Let's move on.
So you are going to do the voice lessons. Though.
Yes, I think I will. Okay. I think I do want to. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the resurrection. So what stays, what dreams stay, and what goes? Now, we aren't just here to bury everything, right?
Right.
Sometimes you dig around in the graveyard. I mean, I don't, but sometimes you dig around in the graveyard and realize one of those dreams actually still has a pulse.
I guess this is zip lining for me, right?
Yes, I agree.
So there's a difference between someday that's an anchor and someday that's a spark. And how do we tell the difference?
Right. For me, it's about energy, though. I think I'm thinking about if I'm thinking about the dream and it makes me feel like tired or like exhausted,
right.
I'm going to bury it. If it makes me feel like nervous, that nervous, like excited feeling you get. Yeah. It might be time for a resurrection, right?
Right. I mean, we're going to pick one thing each. Okay. That's what I want us to do, that we are going to move from the someday. I don't know about to next month, but maybe to next month. But no more waiting for the perfect timing. Because, there's never, just like when people are like, oh, we're going to wait for the perfect time to have kids. There's never a good perfect time to have,
Right.
This is kind of along the same things, right?
Yeah. You just go with the flow.
You just got to do it. You just got to take the leap. You got to take the leap, right?
Agree. And like I said, with so many things, like, you just go with it. I feel like you go with your gut, go with your emotions to see.
Yeah, because maybe that you can still do it, but alter it a little. Baby steps.
Right. Or like my dream, my artistic vision might be different and it might look more like writing a children's book than going on a TV show.
Right.
So like you could still be creative and artistic and not, I don't know, and not lose that. So you're just reinventing your dream.
You're reinventing
basically.
it. That's kind of along, I think, my thinking of staying feet on the ground and taking voice lessons, because honestly, getting in front of people and singing in front of people is probably just as adventurous for me as ziplining, because I don't want to fall flat on my face in either one of those instances.
And I've seen you get in front of people and sing. So
yeah. I was drunk at the time, so.
Let's see how you do sober. I think you'll be fine.
Yes.
Probably better. You'll probably be better sober.
Probably. Yes.
All right, listeners. So it's your turn, right?
It's your turn. Let's hear what you have to say.
We know we aren't the only ones with a crowded graveyard. We want to hear from you.
Tell us, what is your one someday dream you are officially burying this week?
Is it the interior design certification, the dream of retiring to a farm with 20 goats, which also
kind of sounds fun. Baby goats.
Fun. As long as it's not too the farm isn't too far away from civilization.
Yeah.
The pressure is finally learn how to use, I can't even talk. Or is it the pressure to finally learn how to use a slow cooker?
Yes. I
mean, if I can use it, you guys can.
Right, exactly. But we want you guys to tell us what you're letting go of. You can go on to newroadsnewrules.com and tell us. You can message us. You can email us at newroadsnewrules@gmail.com. And we're going to read the best of the eulogies next week on our 1-year anniversary. Can you believe it?
Oh my God, I cannot.
1 freaking year. I can't believe we've been doing this for a fucking year.
I know, it's crazy. And the eulogy thing, I think we're taking the graveyard thing really far here.
I know, we are. We are taking it very far.
Oh my God, so funny. Oh my gosh. We will always have something to talk to, so I can't wait to see what comes from the second year.
I can't.
The whole second year thing.
I know. 1 full year we've been doing this. And it's also our season finale of season 4. So
yes, crazy. Four seasons in 1 year.
4 seasons.
We have more in us, you guys.
I know.
Share it with a friend, though. We need to have.
We want more listeners. We want more listeners, definitely.
Yes. So it's time for the part of the show where we lay down the law for the new road.
And now it's time for the rule of the week.
The rule of the week. And this week's rule is rule number 47, because we've done, this is our 47th show.
That's insane.
I know. This week's rule is a buried dream is fertile ground.
Right. We spend so much time mourning the versions of ourselves that didn't happen. But when you officially stop dragging around a someday that no longer fits you, you clear the soil again with the...
You aren't failing by letting the dream go. You're making room for a right now that actually makes you happy. So stop being a caretaker for a graveyard and start being a gardener for your life today.
Oh my God, I can't with this. We are so funny. We're only funny to each other, I think.
We're only funny to each other. One of these episodes, we're going to take gummies and then do the episode. And
oh my God, we should. Only if we can we have listeners join us?
Absolutely. I don't want to be the only one high on the podcast, for crying out loud.
Right. I love that you said the only one, because I'm not good on gummies. I'm going to be like,
you were fine on the ones I gave you.
What if I just do a shot of Fireball?
No, that's one shot. It does nothing for you.
True. I mean, that is true. Okay, so next week, we already talked about it. It's the big one, guys. Our 1-year anniversary, our season 4 finale. You don't want to miss it.
No, you don't. But this week, go to newroadsnewrules.com and send us your someday eulogy.
Yes.
Or story. And we'll see you guys on the next road trip next week.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Bye.
You're my bestie for life.